And the question that's been on all of our minds, does the internet have time for another Gamo Swarm Magnum 2, Gen 2 video? But I think we'll make it a bit interesting because we'll talk a little bit about two things. The Gen 2 versus the Gen 3 magazine. And we'll talk about a little bit about each of these three types of pellets and how they do and don't work with the weapon. So, what we have... The question I had to ask earlier today is, this is a Gen 2 magazine, red tab. This is a Gen 3. And I couldn't find anything to confirm whether they worked or not. So I just went and bought one. Put one of each of these rounds in it, and away we went. And the good news is, it absolutely works. It's identical except the colour. So the changes in the Gen 3 appear to be predominantly in and around the loading mechanism. That said, there is a quirk I discovered when I wanted some lighter 14 grain pellets to shoot some targets and hopefully make some supersonic cracks. And here is that quirk. Let me show you. This is a baracuda on our right. You'll notice it's a substantially longer pellet than our field target trophy on the left, and then a baracuda hunter extreme on the absolute left now. Baracuda Hunter Extreme. Hold on, let's see if we can do this. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Baracuda Hunter Extreme. It's got the nice little notchy cutaway. And 18.52 grams. Field target trophy. No such cutaway. Dome. There we go. Dome. And of course, it's about 14.66 grains. And then we have my old tried and tested Baracuda 21.14. Obviously, we're not going supersonic with that. But when you shoot a possum with it, it makes a heck of a whack. And they drop out of the tree, and that's kind of nice most of the time. Now, the problem that we have, if we're not careful, with the field target trophy, is that when we try and put one of these in a magazine, you find that it pops out. So let's just drop him for a sec. Let's show you what it looks like when we put a Baracuda in. Oh, there we go. I'm knocking them all over the show here. So the Baracuda is a long enough pellet that we can poke it in the hole and turn, and we're good. Sorry for my camera. We shall say I'm new to this. The Baracuda Hunter Extreme. I'm quite looking forward to trying these out on some bunnies tomorrow, actually. Same things. It's a lighter pellet, but it's equally as long. It slots in nicely. You can do it by hand, easy peasy. When we come to our field target trophy, being not quite so long, the challenge is you can't push it all the way in. So here's my suggestion for when you do buy a tin of these pellets and you're going to use them. So firstly, have a second magazine. Secondly, push down until the click. Now, as soon as you do that, that works. Cotton bud, or Q-tip as some people will call them, seems to work just nicely. And load them up and shoot them off, and away you go. But in the meantime, I am now going to put a rod through my barrel and clean it.